Hey Lila, you can hear our old friend clicking along in the background. I thought I'd start the video with metronome at 72 and just playing through Here Comes the Sun, just so you have it kind of nice and even. So it's pretty kind of a nice slow medium tempo. I usually start like this, so I just get the bass going linked up. Oops, let me try again. So that's kind of how I do it. So obviously the part I need to work on is that transition there. So what I would do is, it's really kind of glowing in this video. Got some ambient light in the background. It's funny. So what I would do is go to figure out where my trouble was. Seems like I've got it. So I kind of worked out some of the kinks for that one part. It still felt, I could just tell them the way that my muscles were moving, and it's not like totally in my brain. So I would just kind of run it a bunch of times. So that's a good kind of slow, easy cruising tempo for that tune. So maybe you could try playing along or just set the metronome. Starting with the thumb is really good. Just pick a little part. A lot of ways to do it. Now, as far as the California Dreamin' goes, so the main thing we're focusing on now is this kind of beginning rhythm, right? So the tricky part about this tune when it comes to playing it with the metronome is that there's a lot of offbeats. And offbeats not just on the 8th note, but on the 16th note. So I'm going to write out, I did this before, but I'm going to just write out that rhythm for you. And the first thing you can kind of do, kind of close to the same, it's a good tempo, 72. Let's go a little slower. Go down to 65 or 66. So you can kind of, if you think this is the quarter note, I'm going to get Al Drummer on here for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 8th note, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. 16th, 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 1 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 2 3 4. So those are our subdivisions, quarters, eighths, sixteenths. This rhythm deals pretty much with all of them, 8th and 16ths. Because if we're counting this, we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and like that. So one thing you can do, if it's not a natural rhythm, which it's kind of a weird rhythm to get used to anyway, is try it without, because you're dealing with a lot of stuff there. Try it here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 So you notice the tricky one is that 3 A and da, right? So that comes right before the click. 1 and 2 and 3 E and da, and 1 and 2 and 3 E and da, and 1 and 3 E and da, 4 and 1 and 3 E and da. So if that's too fast, go down here. Slow it down so you can do it, and then speed it up. So I think taking it off the guitar is a good idea for this. 1 and 2 and. So get your tempo first, so you can feel it. 1 and 2 and 3 A and da, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and da, 4 and 3 A and 4 like that. That's a pretty good tempo. 58. So by taking it off of the guitar and just feeling the rhythm, you don't have to worry about all the notes and coordination stuff. And then bringing it back, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 3 and 4 and 1 and 4 right? So it's cool rhythm. Take it off the guitar. Just try clapping it out. I'll write it so you can read it. and just keep backing the metronome off. Like I said, this is what, 56 or something. Doesn't matter how slow you start. I mean, you can do it way down here. That's as slow as we can go. It's actually, don't do that. It's a bad idea. Because once these things get too slow, maybe you can do it. 1, 8, and 2, 8, and 3. It's actually harder to keep time, I think, with it when it gets too slow, because you have too much space to mess up. So anything below like 50 is pretty tough. But it's all math, right? So if you want to go down to like 40, say you want to go to 45, if you scoot this up to 90 or thereabouts, those are now the eighth notes. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it'd be 1, 2 and 3, 8 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 8 and 4 and 2 and 3, 8 and 4 and 1. That might be a cool way to do it too. A little bit less room. Harder for me to feel, but it really shows you how the 16th notes lay over the 8th notes. Yeah. 1 and 2 and 3, 8 and 4 and 2 and 3, 8 and 4 So that might work too. That's putting the click on the 8th note, right? So I have it at, where is it, 92? So that would be like, 46. Not just a hat rack. Of quarter notes. So you could kind of play with whatever subdivision helps you to feel it better. I would start with the quarter notes, maybe around, somewhere in the 50 to 60 range, and just see if you can go that fast, and then go from there. So take it off the guitar, and then bring it back to the guitar. That's my advice. Okay, I'm gonna write it out and get it on the internet for you. Let me know if it works. See ya.